Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Ben the Human Plays Mind Over Magic. We just finished Pick Me Ups. I was going to show it at the beginning of the episode and then I let it run over, so that's my bad. But we did just unlock the potions that we need for level 2 wands, which is really exciting. So I think now we'll go back and just work on Classroom Essentials here and then probably go over here and get Domesticated Mage as well. But let's start with Classroom Essentials, and after getting that set up, let's come down here and queue up some potions of recharging. Looks like Midden Jelly for Ectoplasm and Viscera, and we have plenty of those. So let's go ahead and say do until you have 6. And who's our like resident alchemist here? Looks like Arthur is. I'm really excited about that because that'll allow us to do a lot of these level 2 wands. We even have Fire Wand 2, so let's get Fire Wand 1 out of there. Do we have a Dark Wand 2? No, we don't. I don't think. We got Lightning, Water, Earth, Air, Fire. Okay, all the basic elements. But we want to make an Air Wand, an Earth Wand, a Water Wand, a Lightning Wand, and a Fire Wand. So we'll just let them make these recharge potions. Ah, that damn rain sound. I also the other thing that I did off camera was I queued up these potion chests that I talked about. So we're gonna clear all of these and only allow potions in here. Maybe scrolls as well. But I'd like to just have these chests down here only for recovering things from the dungeon after we've used them down there. I don't know if it'll help necessarily with the movement and storage of stuff, but I did notice that most of our chests were full. So the other thing that's going on is all of our students are all trained, and it might be time to retire some of our older crew. Like the one person I'm thinking about retiring and replacing with Kira would be maybe Gertrude, since they're both Nature Wand users. And I think Irvin is a pretty good one. With 250 health is pretty solid. But Gertrude is 110, Kira is 150. She has more mana, so I guess that would be a thing to consider because she can cast the buffing spell a lot more. I'm kind of two minds about it. Maybe Irvin's the person to ditch because they only have 290 mana. And even though they have a ton of health, it's not, like, not being able to cast spells seems to be pretty detrimental. I'm kind of thinking that might be the case. I have to have 13 skill to be retired Emeritus. I assume they're not even close. Like if we look at their skill level here, we got, I think skill is your total number of skills here. So we have 3, 9, 12. They're one short. Rough. And I don't know how many days they've been on staff. Does it say anywhere? Oh, they've only been on staff for 21 days. It's not even close. You have to be ancient to be retired. Oh, it's hours. I thought it was 336 days. You do math. I think 21 days times 24. Yeah, that's over 400 hours, so. Too bad. Close, but not quite. Yeah, maybe we should do it. You know what? I'm gonna try it. Since I've never done this. Let's go ahead. We get a lot of adept scrolls for it. And then let's have everybody else here show up. Bid farewell to your former colleague here. I guess Greta. Oh, they're all crying. No, they're actually just waving their wands around. Ooh, humans perform better in battle now. Too bad we only have 2 on staff, but you know, that's fine. I guess that's as many as, you know, the other ones, because we're sending Irvin to the great beyond here. There he goes. Whoosh. All right, and now we will hire Kira as soon as we can when we get the scrolls necessary. I probably shouldn't have fired Irvin, now that I think about it. Oh, I understand. There's a maximum number of staff you can get before. Woo, I learned something today. That's really interesting. So that kind of pushes you to roll over your crew. That's really neat. Is that I had a maximum of 6 already. Let's make sure everybody's like not bad on conviction here. Yeah, everybody seems to be okay, so I don't think it's too bad to leave Gertrude out. And yeah, let's go ahead and hire Kira now. Okay, so that means we should figure out if we want Octavio or not. Like, let's look at his magic power is not super solid. And honestly, we probably shouldn't really be hiring people now that we have access to level 2 wands as it is. So let's rock with Kira for now, just because it'd be cool to have a Raven Cult student become a professor. I'm interested to see what they turn into when they get hired here. Like, what they look like. Do they turn into a bird? Or do they just have a bigger mask? Oh! That's so cool! Now they got a gas mask. Okay, Kira is now my favorite looking professor. I don't know if she'll be my favorite professor overall in the long term, but she looks cool. And looks are half the battle. Okay, that's very cool. I'm glad I kind of figured out how the hiring and firing works. So if you want to have more than 6 teachers, you need to get savant scrolls. Because now that we have 6, to get the 7th, you need to have the same number of adept scrolls plus savant scrolls. So that's really cool. That means we'll probably have to fire somebody. I was kind of thinking we'd probably want to ditch Dwellix because he's an offensive mage that does not do a lot of damage. So I think Dwellix might be the next guy on the chopping block. Let's go ahead and summon some of these level 2 students here. Get the Air One level 2. Let's have Kira and Greta handle this ritual here. Is a Raven Cult person a human? They must not be, because this is a human staff. And I was just like, are they a human person inside a Raven Cult shaped body? I don't know. I was also thinking we'll probably graduate all of our other 3 students here. Because I don't really feel the need to hire any of these. I definitely don't want any more nature wand users. And I don't think Octavio is super good. Even though he is really cool. But I'm sure we'll get more Shattered in the future. The dangerous thing about the Shattered, though, is his HP. Unless you can boost his HP, like his HP was so low. Sarah is an Air Wand user. Seems good. Now that we've graduated all of our students, let's go ahead and hire all new students here. Arthur, you're up. Get the Earth Wand going. And then once we get all 3 students, I'll set their priority for jobs and whatnot. The other thing that we could, what is required for the infirmary? I haven't looked at this in a bit. I know it's like incense burners, right? But is it anything else? Medical beds, incense burners, and private. And then if we want to get a hospital ward, you have to have 5 beds, 4 incense burners, tincture shelf, and medicinal cart. But it is private and lofted, so this room is definitely set up for it. And then we got Theo, who kind of looks like Draco Malfoy. That's right, I know some Harry Potter characters. And then let's bring in the water wand. I think we still have, what is it, lightning and fire queued up as well. So once those get built, I think it would be good to... to recruit those students as well. We have 4 beds up in the future common room, and then we still have 2 down in this, I guess this is an austere bedroom. We should probably throw another bed in there to make it a dormitory, I think. Or 4, whatever. All right, and Uma, another wolfkin. Very cool. A water wolfkin, an earth human, and an air human. Let's go ahead and look at their task priority. Oh, we should have looked at Kira's too when she got hired. I forgot about that. All right, Kira, high wand, high harvesting is good, and tending and chopping. And then low-level assembly, quilting, alchemy, and painting. And then warding and hauling. We don't actually have a high level or a high alchemy person. You know, you're it. For now. Maybe we'll come back on that later, but I think somebody to prioritize the creation of potions that we can then use to leverage better wands will be good. How's the research on the bookcases coming? All right, we're 75% of the way there, roughly. That's good to know. What would it take to make a private dining room? Private and lofted, which the mess hall currently is. 3 or more windows, and a large window, which we don't have the necessary components for. But when we do, we could drop it down there, and that should work. It also needs 25 or greater luxury, and right now it has 3. And it needs exactly 1 dining table, so we'd get rid of one of these dining tables. It cannot have crafting stations. Okay. I think that's fine to have the pantry in there. So we'll get rid of one of these tables, put a large window in there, which we don't have access to yet. I should probably work on getting frost glass, which requires the Cronebug pen, but I think we'll still do it post bookcases. Like if I come here and I look at research. It's not too far away though, and we have just enough arcane scrolls to get the Cronebug. So yeah, I think we'll do... Oh, you can build more foundation, that's really cool. And ladder. And minus is luxury though. They're like, you want me to climb a ladder? Minus luxury. Theo has gained. Ooh, oh, that's right. They're level 2 wand users. Their skills are going to be so much better than our current professors. Watch out, professors. You're all getting retired as soon as this new crop of generation shows up. Oh, looks like we made the lightning wand, and now the only wand left is the fire wand, which Kira is currently working on. Good job, Kira. So let's go ahead and summon the next student in here. We'll get Gertrude involved with the lightning wand here. And then once this fire wand is done, we'll recruit that student, and then we'll have a full class of 5 students. We could honestly have 8 students in here if we wanted, but that seems a little egregious. Although some students have medallions for teaching, or not teaching, for learning with like 6 students involved. Defeat a 1 skull or higher enemy party without any ally going unconscious. I don't know if I've ever had anybody go unconscious, so that's cool. While rested, we should probably yeet him into the dungeon, or Sarah into the dungeon tomorrow morning, to try and knock out both of those medallions right away. Clean 15 messes and charge a mana lantern 3 times. Go 2 days without getting very tired. Pet a refining beast 15 times. Destroy 3 objects. Beat the burrower larva solo? Theo, you psycho! And dance in a room with an enchantophone and at least 6 students. That should happen, like, organically, because we only have so many. Although maybe I should let all staff access these enchantophones up here, because I had set them just to students, but if we want them all to dance together, we should force them all to be in the same place. Alright, what else was it, Theo? Oh, yeah, we looked at all of your stuff. Oh, research is done on the bookcases! Yes! The domesticated mage is next, I assume. Oh, you can make rune wood! Hey! Wood and wormweed pod. Who needs to go push the fog back super far to build the crow's nest or whatever the thing was? The other thing that we could possibly do is the crone bug pen, which is a lot less research. I think we'll still stick with domesticated mage, because that'll let us make the scrivener's desk, and we'll have the access to the bookcases necessary to make the better research room. So I think we'll stick with our original plan. Alright, and let's continue looking at our students' convictions here, or medallions here. Eat a room with no other students or staff present is wild, but the way we can get away with this is let's set none and set this to Uma only. And I'm hoping that forces her to eat upstairs. Defeat two 2-skull or higher enemy parties without using potions. I don't use potions that often, but we also haven't fought many 2-skull enemies yet. And then overcome the burrower larva, so, you know, we've done that a couple times now. Not too bad. Cast while rested at a learning stone 50 times in an intermediate classroom. We don't have an intermediate classroom yet, but I think we're getting close, because I think all it needs is bookshelves now. Needs 1 bookshelf and 1 or more larger bookshelf. If I build a large bookshelf, does that count? Or do I need both the bookshelf and the large bookshelf? We should also replace this lighting in here with, although it doesn't look like classrooms need luxury. At all. Oh, it looks like bookshelves add luxury though, which is kind of neat. But why don't we swap these out with the braziers so we just have less crap filling in this room. Also, thank you. In the comments, it was pointed out that you can hit T to go a little vertical here, and that can help with your placement of stuff. I'm not sure it helps in this room. I mean, it kind of does. Just because the room is so damn tiny. But it's super helpful, like, if you're trying to place stuff at the back of a room and you're like, I can't figure out where it is. Just hit T and you'll go a little tilted. I like that. So I love comments like that, where there's like, hey, there's a little helpful hint. And I'm like, you're a genius. So if you want an ego boost, just tell me something really basic in the comments that I should already know. Kingsley is always tired. What's wrong with you, Kingsley? Go to sleep. Is it not sleep time? We're in the middle of chore time. I think they'll be fine. They're not really close to breaking. They have a crazy spore shroom rash. That's probably why they're in a bad mood. Alright, our students are doing good. I'm very excited to see what we can accomplish. Violet, eat bitter gruel. Defeat a 2 skull or higher enemy party solo. That seems tricky. Cast at a learning stone 50 times in an intermediate classroom. It would be nice if we can get the intermediate classroom up and running then, because we have 2 things based on that. And then cast while rested at the learning stone 25 times. And then charge at a mana lantern 3 times. That one seems hard to get them to do, even though I have the mana lantern in the dang classroom. Changing 2.5 per hour. I wonder if you get a better bed. Oh, you know what? I bet that's the case. Is as beds get better, your students sleep faster. Because I noticed that it's hard to get people to the full rested stat entirely. So if we wanted like the fancy bed. Yeah, I think that's the case. That requires runewood too, so it's a good thing that we're researching what we are, because the runewood seems necessary for a lot of more advanced furniture. What are you out of? You're out of ectoplasm. Okay, so we should queue up more ectoplasm from our midden jelly. I realized I built this midden jelly a long time ago, and then I don't even have anything for him to do. So why don't we do until 12? And then let's go ahead and copy. I don't want to build a copy. I wanted to, well, whatever. Those noises are awful. You hear the weird noises he's making? Oh, wild. You can make it from small carcass and wormweed pod. Do we have wormweed pod over here? Or wormweed? No, we just have a bunch of gutberry, which the crow are all eating, of course. Maybe we should plant some wormweed out here. I know I have access to it, I've just never built any. Get these trees out of here. Destroy this tree. Can I chop you down? You're 100% grown, good. And so are you. So we'll harvest these out of the way, and then maybe we can build some more wormweed. There's so many things I want to research all at once. Like I want to get the crone bug so I can get better large windows, but I want runewood so I can build the scrivener's desk and nicer beds and the bookshelves and whatnot. It's just I want everything. There's too much stuff. Ooh, chalkboard. Advanced and skill-specific classrooms. So I don't think this is entirely necessary for the intermediate classroom. No, that one just takes bookshelves. But it is necessary for the advanced classroom. Good job, great day. And solo diner. Uma, you're doing awesome. 2 in a row. I forgot to send whoever it was, I think it was Theo. No, it was it Theo? Uma? Maybe it was Uma that I was thinking of sending down into the dungeon right away. Oh no, I think it was Sarah. I was like, I should send Sarah down into the dungeon immediately tomorrow. It would have been, they might have been rested this morning, and in which case, oops. But I think the easiest way to get rested students is to have better beds, so. Did you guys, you didn't destroy these yet. Are you fully built? You are, okay, so cancel destroy. Go ahead and just chop it down. I was looking in the room thing the other day, and I don't think there is a workshop that is dedicated to plant growing. Like, this is quilting. Good job, Violet. Kitchen is for, you know, kitchening. cooking, I should say. Wood cutting is for wand crafting and tree growth, which is kind of cool. I think it might be fun to build like a little wand workshop out here where you put your wand thing and your tree growing stuff out there. But there's like painting and sculpture, but I don't see anything related to like growing faster, like a greenhouse. That would be kind of cool. And maybe it's elsewhere and oh wait, Arboretum? Nope, that's nature learning. I was just thinking it'd be cool if there was a greenhouse so you could have all of these little planters in it and then the plants would grow like 50% faster or something. You know, devs, if you're listening, there's a suggestion. I don't know. I love gardening. I garden at home in real life. So, you know, my immersion and whatnot. All right, how are people's learnings coming? What in the name of God? Where is it? Spore shroom, fractal mold, and void shroom grow twice as fast. Oh, okay. I thought it was a... Oh, enemies from the fungal caverns will show up in some above ground battles. That's wild. I was just thinking, like, I thought when I saw fungal bloom emerges, there was like a room that had been taken over by spores. I had flashbacks to the movie The Happening. Terrible movie. If you've ever seen it, one of Mark Wahlberg's probably worst movies ever. Not that I think he's a great actor. No, you know, if you love Mark Wahlberg, I'm not trying to start a fight, but... Oh, man. Anyway, there's my thoughts on a movie that I haven't thought about in a long time. Ah, cool. Teaches twice as fast in the basic classroom. That's really cool. We could set her up as basic teacher. Although we're probably going to turn that classroom into a better classroom shortly, but that's still pretty neat. How's the training coming along? Pretty trained up, almost halfway on most things. Idle staff. Why are they idle? What's the time? There are things to do. Are there not things to do? Apparently not. In that case, why don't we get out here and harvest more of this honey drop? Or we could see what's the case for our mana font down here. Superior repel fog. Blast this guy to the next century. Oh man, we can do five people now? Kingsley, get down in here. Repel this fog. I still don't think we're gonna be able to launch it far enough to be able to get the sun, or runewood. There was the one runewood tree I saw out here in the fog. There it is, I see it. It's so far away. But, you know, 200? That's a pretty far push. We'll see. Let's keep an eye on it. Performing superior repel. Let's see how far it goes. Right here, and then we'll measure, you know, very unscientifically how far the fog gets pushed. So from this bristlecone tree, I'll even mark it for chopping. That way I know how far away it is. Holy God! We've exposed the entire forest. Get out here. No, we don't have anybody who's good enough to chop it down. No, I was so excited. Oh man, that's funny. What the hell is a Malice crystal? Battle enemy. Wow. Well, that's cool. Battle enemies to obtain what's inside. Just battle? Let's do it. This is the I've never seen this before. All right, it's a level 2 skull. Kira, why don't you first battle out in the crew with the other teachers? Let's send... I'm afraid to send any of my students because they're not fully trained. But they are all level 2 wand users, which means they're probably better than most of my professors as it is. But I think we'll send a full professor squad. Let's not get too hasty here. Dwellix is just so bad. I thought he was good, and then it turns out he's not good. You know, we could get a little weird with it and send 2 Earth users to tank the whole thing. Let's do it like that. Begin battle. Hey, dancing with friends. Good job. I think that means we can turn this back to students only. Although, you know, we might as well let everybody dance up in the dormitory. That doesn't hurt anybody. Battle awaits. You only have 9.7 hours. Risk mortal peril for rewards. Very cool. Ah, man, it's wild that you need a level 4 skill, nature skill, to be able to do that. And I don't think we have a level 2 nature wand quite yet, as it is. There they go. I think. All of them are heading out there. All right. I wonder what the level 2 nature wand is locked behind. Like, if we look at the research here. And this is at my own peril, because multiple people have pointed out that I quite often... Hey, I found it! Aren't you proud of me, everybody? I quite often hover right over the thing I'm looking for and do not see it. But the nature wand looks like it's under domesticated bristlecone, which is not that much of a research commitment. But I think we'll definitely finish domesticated bookcase or whatever it's called in order to oh wow, look at that. In order to get the Scrivener's thing and just boost our research in general. All right, these guys don't look too bad. Attacks the front row and heals itself for half total damage dealt. That's pretty wild. And then this guy just attacks an enemy. So he's probably our lowest priority. Let's go for double or just growth on this guy. Or maybe we lead with surging strength. Hit with the multi-strike. And then follow up with the growth on this guy as well. And they're gonna do a lot of damage and heal themselves. Oh, damn! They wiped my crew immediately. They're so much harder than I thought they'd be. All right, that's fine. Earth armor. We should use... Oh, I should have used the potion on her immediately. Let's let them roll through initiative so she can get back up. So for now, let's growth. And that'll help out a lot because they did 40 damage each, so. And then growth again. And that guy should die pretty soon. Good job with the armor. And then took extra damage, but let's see here. She'll do 18. We'll let her finish off the Fernling. Oh, damn it, I forgot to pick up Greta again. That's my bad. So instead, let's go ahead and cast growth on the Belcher. And then multi-strike this guy into oblivion. Long-lasting limitation when they reach 0 health or has a break. If they receive a trauma and have no death saves, they die. I think she's got 3 out of 4. Maybe that's the time to be retiring your professors, is after they've achieved an X number of knockouts. Good job. Unstable anemone. Hey, guys, don't leave this. We'll recover in a few hours. Can you, like, save her so she's not just, like, lying out here? Administer revival flask? I guess we can't. Good to know. The first knockout. I'm hoping this fog doesn't, swoop in and swallow her whole. Unconscious? Oh, she'll get up in 3 hours. She's fine. We definitely wanted that mana crystal, though. And we definitely want to get all of our potions back before I forget. So let's go ahead and, even though everybody's going to be really annoyed about this, she's already carrying the mana crystal. Store you. Oops. I should have told you guys to do this before you started walking back to the school. But, you know, walking's good for you. Store. 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 And honestly, I'd rather have these arcane scrolls than the other recharging potion. And then let's send one of the students out here to grab this last potion. Store. And one more. Store. Great. Good. We've done good. We fought a two-skull enemy and got our first professor knocked out. So that's always fun. If you guys enjoyed the episode, click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more Mind Over Magic or the other videos I have going on the channel, subscribe to the channel. That also helps me out a lot. But until next time, everybody, I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody.